flexible. It's just that do they play this new style or go back to what has been working for RSG MY by having a utility jungler?
Oh, it's tough to say. Honestly, it's really, really tough to say. I don't mind this style so much, but there needs to be a certain level of aggression, a certain level of greed.
Now the thing is, RSG MY, the question is, they ban out the Florian. Is Florian a good ban here, or maybe it's better to ban out than Natan?
Oh, that one's tough. That one's tough to say because they kind of work in tandem with each other, right?
Because Bigatron Beta is good with the Florian, but at this point, like you said, Zyve is a problem.
He is, he is. I mean, so far, Bigatron Beta have been just bundling Zyve with everything. Lord kills, even Turtle kills, like, give him everything. Every single buff does not matter as long as he scales.
Yeah, it's like, hey, have my girlfriend as well.
Yeah, you know what? Take my investments, take my 401, my retirement plan, all yours, buddy. All you. Same exact bans so
you know what?
Far.
I don't need this holiday. You can have it.
This trip to Riyadh? You can have it, buddy.
You can have it, buddy. It's all right. It's all good. It's like, I'm starving, but you want some ramen, man? All right, first picking the Novaria, I think is a very good start. Because it's definitely more of a comfort hero for Izanami, where it has been banned out by other teams going up against RSG because they open up to draft. They can even potentially use a Selena.
That's true, but this does mean that Loyi does fall into the hands of Bigatron Beta if that is the strategy they want to go with. Because so far, we've seen Dan QT. He's played the Novaria. Great information. What more can he do with the Loyi?
So let's hope they don't pick it up. I mean, to be fair, they don't have to pick it up now because they've already seen the Novaria and it's like, what are the chances they pick up Novaria and the Louis? I kind of feel like the Fredrin is still fine here and then maybe even pick up the Natan. So Fredrin picked up. Oh, Arlet.
I love this. I love it. Because that means they've already got like natural synergy, Fredrin and as well as the Arlet so many times. And especially in the early game, that makes sure that Fredrin, like, if he lands his skills, he's definitely a threat if Arlet is nearby.
I feel like if they just want to win the trade, I feel like picking up something like the Terizla will be good here. And picking up the Natan.
Oh, the Rizla this early on? I mean, technically, Bigatron Beta can, like, respond by, like, locking in Xborg, throwing Arlet into Roam at this point. I think it's a little too soon to say. At most, maybe a flex pick, but they definitely need to show their jungler, right?
I feel like if they really want, maybe they could pick up a Roger, and then maybe a Roam.
Roger.
Okay, they pick up a Roger.
Roger Edith. Okay, Roger Edith.
Again, flexible. Bornsy used it. I feel a little bit unsuccessful because I haven't seen a lot of Flicker Earth Shatters. And whenever he's going through the diversion, it really didn't end up well. So, yeah, I don't know. Perhaps it's different with the Novaria.
Well, to be fair, I did see him land like 1 or 2 of those Flicker Earth Shadows. Maybe not on the right target, but then again, I will say there was Purify on Zyve, so it's not like entirely his fault. But now this last pick, it's going to be pretty important because now, I mean, I'm thinking Natan, kind of like big
Natan Claude.
Yeah, Natan, Claude. I think Natan a little bit more because it's another prop for Arlet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Especially because after this, you can start focusing on the jungler picks. I do feel like Natan or Claude, either those two.
Either or is completely fine.
All right, Claude. Claude and maybe ban out the Boxia and then you're already good. You're already setting yourself up for success.
If they are banning out the Boxia, right? I've noticed that in the previous game, they banned out Lolita. They've also banned out the Masha. Is this a possibility for RSG MY? I think Masha, Lolita, I'm not 100% sure. It's one of those things whether Storm is feeling it that day, but Masha feels a little bit more doable for either Storm or even Bornsy.
I would say the Lolita is just because you pick up the Natan. Now that you're having the Claude, the Lolita isn't that big of a problem. So banning out the Minotaur here, I feel like it's very solid, but it does show that they're feeling that this Edith is more on the EXP rather than the Roam, where I kind of feel like you really should respect Storm on the Edith because he is doing quite well on that hero.
Storm generally just more...
Oh, ban out Louis?
I think might as well, right? Is there anything else there?
Because Louis Claude is pretty hard to deal with.
Yeah, Louis Claude is already tough to deal with unless RSG MY is thinking like there's another mid lane mage they're worried about.
Oh, they ban out the Matilda because I'm thinking banning out like Louis Faramis.
Louis Faramis. Oh, Faramis is also pretty good.
If not the Faramis, Valentina. But yeah, I feel like those 3 picks should be banned out here because this composition coming in from RSGMY is pretty bursty, having the Roger as well as the Novaria. So if everyone's last hit and then you just pop the Nether Realm, really, like, you know, they can get away from it, right?
Yeah, no, I see the angle. I definitely see the vision here. 45 more seconds as RSG MY are the ones holding on to priority. The real question is whether or not they're going to follow their bans. Now that the Arlet is already banned out, what else? Get rid of the Roy, get rid of the Valentina, or get rid of this Farmus. I'm thinking Farmus. I feel like if I had to deal with a team composition that is forced to make proactive plays with a diversion compared to pressing one button and saving an entire team, I think I would go with the one that has more likely to make a mistake than the other.
Unfortunately, you're just put in a position, pick your poison, right? No matter what you pick, if you lose, people are going to complain. Like, oh my god, why'd you let the Firemans go? Oh my god, why'd you let the Luyi go? Because those are very strong options. Luyi has been banned out, say they choose not to go with the diversion. We do have to see if Bigatron Beta wants to pick up the Firemans or not, because, again, they could go for something like a Valentina. They're going to delay it for a little bit. They're going to show the Grok, unfortunately showing that the Arlet is going to the EXP, but still, I feel like it's fine. Let your mid laner be the counter towards the draft coming in from RSGMY.
Yeah, I think so far the Bigatron Beta draft is looking great. I love the natural synergies between the heroes so far. The real question is whether or not they're going to be able to kind of execute their game plan like they want to from the side of RSGMY, considering that a lot of the information is going to be given over with the help of this Grok, and there's no real way of stopping him.
Personally, for me, Baxia and Terizla.
Terizla.
If not Baxia, something. I mean, you could still use the Snapdragon because you have the Novaria.
I mean, they can go like Baxia Thomas if they wanted to. Oh,
they go for the Selena. So this is going to the EXP, and this Akai. I wonder how good Akai is here.
I think it's fine, because at the very least you have like an inbuilt Purify with a heavy spin. Valentina gets locked in for the side of Bigatron Beta. I like this a lot, because now we can see, at least for Dan QT, oh no, you're going to be locking down our jungler. Don't worry, it's going to be a Beyblade battle.
Yeah, that's what I worry about a little bit. The other thing that I'm worried about is that whenever you have an Akai, there's always this room for error, right? Like, say the Selena gets a very good setup, say a good Earth Shatter comes in, and then the Akai just pushes him away. Yeah.
The anti-synergy, I get you.
Especially now that Bigatron Beta has the heavy spin as well. I'm not saying he will do it. I'm just saying, in 10,000 possibilities, there's like 500 possibilities where you mess it up.
500 possibilities, I'll take those odds. I will take those odds, because right now, I am curious whether or not Stoem, he's shown this pick before, the Selena in MPL MY before. Some of us were like, yes, some of us were like, no, but it's unproven. And against Bigatron Beta, like, we need to see some A1 class arrows hit.
I would say when you have this kind of lineup, what we've seen from RGMY, the way that they do it is like, I'm going to give you a warning shot. And then after that, I'm going to give you another warning shot. And then another warning shot. And then another warning shot. And then they're already at the base. I'm going to give you a final warning shot.
This one I'm serious about.
And then after that final warning shot, another warning. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you don't necessarily have to hit it. You're just trying to push them away. You're trying to make them feel not confident enough to go for a fight.
Oh boy. Let's look at the emblems here to see whether we notice anything out of the ordinary. Wilderness Blessings, as well as penetration for both Roam and mid lane for RSGMY, but so far pretty standard.
Yeah, again, I'm just really interested to see the popularity of Trill now. Worshipal is using Trill as well, where usually we see Frederick's going for a more defensive one, either Vitality or the defense one, but going for Trill, looks like he wants to match. Oh,
a good hit. I mean, this isn't a kill angle just yet. Luckily, Zyve did set up the BMI, but
warning shot.
Warning shot.
That was the first warning shot. There's 500 more where that comes from.
499 more, actually.
499. Yeah. 499.
Oh, Worshipal. Wait, he does use his retribution. If they keep a note of the time, technically, they can get a little aggressive here. On the bottom side, we're already seeing a gank actually happen, getting locked down. Bornzy going to be finding... Vinogo is the one who actually finds first blood, as they now get a free push.
And Loliel is basically 2v3ing, and he's been doing quite well. Using the Roger as well. Again, logic. he's been very, very tanky, so we reduce his HP, but add more armor and magic resist when he's in his wolf form. Pretty reasonable trade for me.
So far, I think it's okay, right? I do think that the patch was kind of weird, the way they nerfed Harith and Roderick's, quote-unquote, nerfed them.
Yeah.
It's probably not the right numbers that I was looking for, at least not in the right department, but hey, that's personal opinion. Very first turtle here. Most of the time, BTRB Beta, they can give this away unless they find that advantage, but here we go, onward, landing on towards... Oh, Narashi, he flickers out of there in time. Oh, the final slash nearly connecting, but it's not enough. Beyblade battle making it difficult for Vinogo. It does mean that we do see Worship Ball secure it. Ah, there QT still goes down by Morty. And now even Finn forced the flicker out of there. It's so close. The Star Shadow does not connect.
I mean, that's a pretty long fight, but overall it's a 1-for-1 trade. Is it bad? I almost want an instant replay because I saw Vinogo stop hitting the turtle at one point. Meaning, like, while everything is like, you're sure that Worship Ball is in his purple buff, taking his purple buff, I feel like if he just continued attacking, could have gotten the turtle before the fight even started. So I don't know whether it was intentional, like were they trying to bait out Bigatron Beta to get out of their own jungle, trying to force a fight. I kind of feel like that was at most an even trade. You get one kill, you get a turtle, they get one kill, so I guess technically you do have the advantage, but I feel like it could have been much better.
It could have been much better. Wait, let me just double check the comparison of gold between each of the laners here. I think only Bornzy is the one who came out on top of that situation in terms of gold. Even Zyve having a very slight gold lead against Lolios, but overall, like you mentioned, pretty even.
Yeah, pretty even. Zyve now has the Demon Hunter Sword. Looks like Bigatron Beta, they want to make sure that Zyve has a very, very good time. Again, like we say, they're going to funnel everything onto him. Having your roamer, Finn as well, making sure that he babysits that lane. Even though he's not a healer, he's been doing a pretty good job making sure that Zyve doesn't take a lot of damage.
Which begs the question, if they're already investing so many resources and even a couple of jungle camps to Zyve, right? How does Worship Ball maintain his level lead against Vinogo, right? If it wasn't for this very first turtle, he probably wouldn't have had it, but take it away, and I think Worship Ball still probably would have been ahead in the EXP.
Yeah, it makes you wonder. I haven't seen his pathing. I don't know if he has been able to steal away some camp coming in from RSG Malaysia, but yeah, actually, now that you mention it, he's been keeping up with his farm pretty well. It looks like Stone trying to get Narashi, but looks like Narashi is able to avoid the Abyssal Traps and Abyssal Arrows.
Yep, second most important turtle here. Heavy spin from the IMU from DanQT. He's trying to get out of here, but Barnsley, he's already found one. DanQT goes down. Vinogo with the heavy spin, able to disengage the rest of his team, forcing the front lines to regroup. Barnsley doesn't land the onwards, but Narashi, he's trying to get on out of here with a vengeance. Forced the flicker out, gets hit by the Abyssal Trap, but now full disengage from both sides.
I would say it was a little bit messy coming in from both teams, but overall, RSG Malaysia, they don't mind having messy team fights because they really just want to give warning shots after warning shots after warning shots and then try to get an objective.
Narashi pretty deep in here. I still think he has a charge of vengeance just like yet. Final slash hits 3, but honestly, don't know if it's worth it. Bornzy ends up going down trading for Narashi. You know what? He's trading up. It's worthwhile.
Yeah, I feel like getting the EXP laner for an EXP laner isn't the greatest, but the fact that they are able to defend their mid turret, that's definitely worth it. So if you're really looking at that angle, like you're preventing them from getting one objective, I would say it's fine. You know, letting your life go, especially looking at the items, it's probably going to be a defensive Arlet instead of an offensive one, so I feel like it's fine.
Yeah. I'm looking at this gold lead coming in from Izanami, right? Slightly ahead of DanQT. Oh, the arrow lance. Does he kill? Oh, like it pounce, but no. It's the Abyssal Trap that takes the kill away. Lolios does not get a reset, but at the very least, it's a little bit of gold in the pocket.
And at the very most, he didn't die because we see the wild charge connecting onto Lolio, making it so that he has to use his Purify. If he didn't have the Purify, he would have died there.
Now, maintaining that pressure on the top side of the map. Here comes Izanami. Being annoying as DanQT clears that way. Worship Ball as well. Just trying to make sure that this tower stands strong.
Yeah, for now it does look like Izanami is taking a bit of the camps, making sure that no minion actually has a prolonged hit onto the turret. Stone now having the Enchanted Talisman shows that he's able to spam a little bit more. This is a big power spike for RSG Malaysia. The fact that your Selena 2-0-2 has the Enchanted Talisman, making it so that the map is never dark for RSG Malaysia.
Speaking of a dark map here, gold leaderboard's pretty close by. Final slash landing onto Vinogo. Even missing body slam. to look good here as DanQT is able to steal away the heavy spin with the IMU. It's going to be useful for this upcoming turtle fight.
Yep, so far, Bigatron Beta has been able to secure both turtles. This is going to be the third one. Will Vinogo or Warshball secures it? Warshball is level 10. He's a level ahead, so right now, in terms of levels, Bigatron Beta looks like they're the more likely ones to secure it.
Yeah, and it looks like Xive is able to get a little bit of a push onto that mid lane. He's able to get a double wave, and this is what Bigatron, what they want. The onward lands on the Worship Ball, but here comes the Beyblade battle between DanQT and Vinogo, and it looks like Borzi is the one who steals away that turtle as the Rashi is trying to hold on to that front line. He's going to melt away. Worship Ball, the next to fall. Xive not part of this fight, but Finny, he's out of there. He's flickering away. He doesn't want to be a part of this. No more casualties.
Yep, Izanami getting a double kill there. Now the strength of this Novaria is being shown. Pretty strong when you're getting those neutral objectives. But he's been hitting the snipes as well. He's making sure that the damage has been dealt. Stone looks like he's able to get Xive, but oh my god, Stone is gonna get taken down.
Turns it around, no problem. Fully stacked out, fully decked out, baiting the Selena into the very last moment before purifying just to chunk him out. A great solo kill coming in from Xive. Bottom side though, Loliel is taking advantage of this pressure to get a tier 1 for himself.
Rarely do we see that situation nowadays where you call for an ambulance, but not for yourself.
Not for yourself. I mean, when you're Xive, does he ever need an ambulance? I feel like he can break his leg off of a bike and still walk to the hospital. He's just been like, just snapped my leg in two. No, not a big deal, not a big deal. The car, you should see the damage on the car.
The doctor is like, it's gonna take you 3 months to recover.
2 weeks? What?
Yeah, it's like, excuse me, 2 weeks? and then he's like, bet.
Bet. His leg is in a cast. 2 weeks later, he just rips it barehanded. Yeah. Don't worry, I'm rich, guys. Now, BTR, they're holding on strong, trying to make sure that this tier 1 is up. Bornzy, once again, good onward so far. Forced to use the Primal Raft. Flicker it in, it doesn't matter. The final slash has locked them into place. Vinogo tries, but he's still down. Worship Ball goes in trade, but Narashi and as well as Fit in those back lines, allowing Xive to have free hit after free hit. That's a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Bigatron Beta.
I couldn't see who was the one zoning away RSG Malaysia. It was a good engage coming in from RSG Malaysia where we see Vinogo able to actually pin down multiple targets of Bigatron Beta, and Storm is going to get taken down here by Xive. As I was explaining, someone from Bigatron Beta was actually pushing away the damage dealers, making it so that it's irrelevant. You could catch people, but you're going to die anyways because your damage dealer is nowhere close to the fight.
I'm pretty sure it was Worship Ball who was trying to zone them array because Narashi and as well as Finn was able to make that like sick. Oh, sorry, DanQT was making the sick play. Final slash into heavy spin. Once again, they're going to try final slash lying onto 2. Izanami's in some trouble. Vinogo forced to use his ult in solo. Worship Ball takes the Lord, and now Bornzy and Loliel's find a kill of their own individually. A 3-for-0 trade in favor of RSG MY, and now they're on the hunt. They're chasing them down.
Oh, Lolio, he really wants it. He finds Worship Ball. He finds Xive. He's very low, but he's able to take it on Worship Ball. And now Xive, very, very low. Bornzy's there. He goes back and looks like the kill goes over to Lolio.
Nicely done by RSG MY. The fact that they were, even despite the neutral objective falling into the hands of Bigatron Beta, they take a huge swing back in that fight.
We gotta look back into the fight here. Worship Ball was able to secure the Lord, but Izanami has been chucking down the members of Bigatron Beta, and Lola, being the Roger, able to finish up quite well. Where, looking at the draft coming in from RSG Malaysia, you don't have a lot of catch mechanics, so stopping this Claude is gonna be a big problem. But Loliel having the added movement speed, making it so that no matter where he is, he's able to catch up.
Yeah, and Xive is opting for a really weird build here. Instead of going 3rd item Golden Staff, he went for Windtalker, and I think now he's only building into Golden Staff.
That's very weird. Usually you would opt for a Windtalker.
That's what I thought. Well, what?
Yeah, I haven't finished talking. You usually go for a Windtalker for an end position where you can clear the minions faster, or when you're selling your boots. He still has his boots, so the only thing is more movement speed.
Oh, Finogo now using the heavy spin just in time, gets out of there, locks down to Rashi, but forced to give up position. Backline getting attacked. Real warm in it. Oh, sorry. Fortunately, it doesn't even matter. Even with the Purifies, I thought DanQT and Xive would have gone down. They managed to survive despite all of that. 1-for-0.
Right now, it does seem like RSG Malaysia is just out-damaging Bigatron Beta, having all positions, except for Vinogo, able to actually dish out quite a lot of damage, because usually you see your Rome being in a setup where Stone does set things up, but he can dish out quite a significant amount of damage as well. Looking at the items here, he has the Starlium Scythe, so he can survive the initial engage quite well. So RSG Malaysia right now, 2,000, almost 2,400 gold lead going up against Bigatron Beta. And again, we gotta iterate. This is a weird build coming in from Zyve. The only thing that makes sense is that he wants extra movement speed so that he can survive whenever he's using the Blazing Duet. That's the only real thing, but I would argue if you want more survivability, perhaps go for a Rose Gold Meteor.
That's what I was thinking as well, right? Maybe it's beyond us at this point. Right? Maybe this is the 500 IQ coming in from Zyve, right?
This is him talking to the doctor? No, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Not 3 months, 2 weeks.
Get this cast off of me right now.
I have a PhD, right? It was funneled towards me. Listen, I play Mobile Legends. Okay, I know what I'm talking about.
I am one of the best gold laners in the country. Please, doctor, you need to understand. For the most part, it's really going to boil down.
1v1
1v1
me, bro.
CW is the doctor. I too have a PhD. Oh man.
Yeah, you want to 1v1 and then see it's Kyrie is like, oh well, it's okay.
Shucks. You know what? Never mind.
3 months it is. 3 months it is.
I'll listen to you, good sir. Now this neutral is so important for both sides. This is going to be a huge swing of gold, and if ideally, if RSG MY is able to get a wipeout against Bigatron Beta, that would be the most ideal situation, even if they don't get the Lord.
Right now, it does look like RSG Malaysia, they just want to stall enough time so that Storm or Izanami gets their hits in, and then perhaps start the fight there.
Oh, they've got an angle. Oh, but they're all in a funnel choke point. They just don't land any of the skill shots so far.
The question is, who are they going to target for? I kind of feel like Izanami, you don't mind hitting anyone. I'm thinking of Stone. Are you looking for Worship Ball? Well, you got Dan Beauty, but again, it's all about who do you want to target. It's a good thing that RSG Malaysia.
The timing. Oh, the timing. Borzi, he's all ready for this. He instantly gets hit by the wall charge and goes down. What a read by Bigatron Beta. They noticed that Izanami wasn't there and bot side was pushing, so they respond.
Yeah, that was good. I was about to say it's good for RSG Malaysia that they respond to the bot wave first because they could get this turret for free. But they gotta delay this. Like I feel someone should go to the bottom. I kind of feel like Izanami is able to take two minions perhaps, and that's why the slow push is established. Actually, never mind. Looking at the minion wave right now, just leave it alone. Just make sure that Bigatron Beta stay where they are.
Yeah, does Zyve want to respond to it? Is anybody going to respond to it down on the bottom side? They're going to lose a tier 2 the longer this goes, right? Astral Echo already out. Izanami looking for a Star Shadow onto Dan QT, lands it, even Stoa, but unfortunately his Abyssal Arrow misses. They're going to drag this out, and it looks like that tier 2 bottom side is going to go as Bornzy is about to make it back into this lore dance.
Yeah, for now the lore dance is being won by RSG Malaysia. Oh, Worship Ball gets caught.
All right, he gets hit, but no, there's no commitment. There's no commitment. They didn't spot out where Zyve was, so they don't take the bait. Or what they thought was a bait. They now have full control over the position with the tier 2 missing on the bottom side. Bigatron Beta now looking to reclaim space. Astro Echo finds 2, and that's killing spree for Izanami. Lands the Star Shatter. Bornzy trying to peel away Narachi, who gets onto Lolios, forced the flicker out of there. Get him away. Purified down. Buys the Winds of Nature. Can he get it? Vinoco finally hits the Retribution. Narachi forced the flicker. Says no. Abyssal Arrow hits on the Worship Ball, but allows Zyve to get into the middle of the fight. Lolios with that Winds of Nature wins the 1v1. Vinoco and Bornzy chase down Narachi. Final slash out. Lycan Pounce knocks him away. Double kill going over to Loliels.
Yo, Loliel is hitting his prime, man. Woo. This is season 7. Loliel 7-1-4. That was a good fight, even though we see RSG Malaysia making some mistakes. Unsure who to target first because Vinogo got Worship Ball, but Storm got Zyve, and then they're like, okay, who?
Yeah.
Who do we go for?
Who do we commit to? You know what? Let's just take everybody. Let's just kill them all at this point. RSG Malaysia, they're in a prime position to actually close out this game. But Bigatron Beta, I'm seeing a lot of immortality purchases all across the board. Narashi has one. Finn has one as well. Main frontline tanks, they're looking to make a play.
Yeah, Bornzy taking a little bit of damage. Zyve is taking a lot of damage coming in from Loliel. Loliel has the bigger burst going on onto this Claude. So RSG Malaysia, they don't have to force things out. They can just keep poking against Bigatron Beta. Let the Lord go in. Let the minions do their work. And we see that RSG Malaysia is taking it a little bit slow. But still, while they're taking it slow, a lot of damage is being put through.
I think they're just waiting for the Winds of Nature to come back online for Loliels, because that's the only way he beats Zyve in this 1v1, right?
Oh, prime wrap.
Right, Astro Echo landing on all the members. They're just getting free poke after free poke. Inhibitor turret already falling. Finn having to reset. Same goes for Narashi, Warshipal, Dan, QT, Zion, the whole team, and just taking punishment from these skill shots. The poke is effective from RSG Malaysia.
Damage leaderboard right now, 76,000 damage coming in from Izanami.
Wait, the Lolios is like not too far behind as well.
Yeah, 74,000. I mean, to be fair, he's been finishing off the members of Bigatron Beta quite consistently, 7-1 and 4. He's joined quite a lot of the fights. And now Bigatron Beta, they're getting chunked down quite a little bit.
Oh, dude, look at the, oh my
If only
goodness.
they have a healer.
Yeah, if only they had a healer, man. Honestly, I feel like this Lightning Truncheon is doing most of the work for Izanami.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it has been jumping around between the members of BTR Beta, and it is working out well.
At this point, I want Stone to build a Lightning Truncheon, man. Like, having a lot of this... I don't know how to explain it, but basically you're attacking without attacking, essentially. It's like, it's like collateral damage? Collateral damage. Like you're hitting something else, but by the nature of Lightning Truncheon, everyone else is gonna get attacked as well.
Yeah, but even if you don't hit your targets, you just gotta graze them a little bit. Hit a minion on their way through. Makes it dangerous for Bigatron Beta to kind of stay in the same place. I mean, this 5.5k lead really doesn't mean too much between the teams. It just means that RSG Malaysia has more to work with when we're talking about swapping out the items. Speaking of swapping out the items, though, Loliels looks like he is actively using the gold. Immortality purchase as well, holding on to the Rose Gold Meteor like we saw earlier, and I think he's just waiting for the right time to switch into Winds of Nature.
Yeah, the fact that he has the Wind Talker as well as the Great Dragon Spear means that he will have a lot of movement speed. So I kind of feel like the boots is quite irrelevant to him at this point. And I feel like RSG Malaysia, they can just do this Lord Dance forever because they can force the minions to go in, because the fact that having 2 inhibitors from Bigatron Beta means that the top side of the map as well as the bottom side of the map, they're gonna keep spawning super minions, and it's gonna take quite a lot of resources from Bigatron Beta to actually deal with it.
Oh, that QT, he's chonked out. He can't do anything. Forcing the Wild Charge out of him, flickering as well. He doesn't want to lose his immortality. Managed just to save it, but here comes the final slash off the board. So he's locked off with the help of the Nature's Barrier, but here comes Dan QT, zoning off the rest. Don't want them in. Nobody gets hit by the Abyssal Arrow, and they reset as RSG Malaysia rushing down this Lord. Lolios and Vinogo hand in hand. Warshipal trying to take the space. Walks up, gets hit. Oh my god. Nicely done. And now Vinogo, he takes out Warshipal with a one-hand felt swoop. Narashi as well, losing out his immortality. That's 2 for nothing. And Bigatron Beta, this is the last drive as Loliels runs down Dan QT, Lycan pounds, double tap side for Vinogo to have the kill. Honestly, might as well run them underneath their fountain. Why not?
Right now, I don't know about you, man, but I think Loliel's taking this personally. We've been talking a lot about Zai. He's like, yo, let me show up.
He showed up big time. He showed up big time, and it helps when he's got artillery fire coming out from Izanami as well as Stoam. This was a pretty rough game coming